Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Missy, your STEAM Sunday host. Today, I am excited because I am bringing to you a STEAM read aloud, one of my favorite stories, Iggy Peck, Architect. Do you know what an architect does? Yes, that is correct. An architect designs using tools like these. Measuring tape. He uses all kinds of tools, including a pencil and his computer, to design structures. Can you name some structures? Go. Yes, a bridge is a structure. Yes, the Eiffel Tower is another structure. There are many structures that we need to be designed to help us solve problems in our everyday lives. A bridge is important because sometimes we need to go over the water to get our food, or to go to the store or the doctor, or to go to school. So an architect is a job that's very important. Do you know anybody that is an architect? I bet you do. All right, let's get started. Iggy Peck, Architect, is written by Andrea Beatty and illustrated by David Roberts. Look at these pictures on the front cover. Look at this structure here. It is made out of apples. I wonder what it is. Wonder what he is designing there. Before we start to read, let's make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen in this story, Iggy Peck, Architect? And I want you to keep an ear out for every time you hear a word that rhymes. I want you to clap. Okay? All right, let's begin. Iggy Peck, Architect. Look at all of these tools. Iggy looks like he is so happy. I wonder what Iggy wants to be when he grows up. Young Iggy Peck is an architect and has been since he was 2, when he built a great tower in only an hour with nothing but diapers and glue. Look at this structure. Uh-oh, look at Iggy. What is he missing? This story is funny. Uh-oh, look at Mom. Does she look happy? Let's find out. Good gracious! Ignatius, his mother exclaimed. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But her smile faded fast as a light wind blew past, and she realized those diapers weren't clean. Ignatius, my son, what on earth have you done? That's disgusting and nasty. It stinks. Do you think Mom is happy with his tower? How do you think Iggy is feeling about his structure? I think he's proud. But Iggy was gone. He was out on the lawn, using dirt clods to build a great sphinx. Look at that. What did he use to build that sphinx? Have you ever built a sandcastle? Maybe at the beach or in your yard? When Iggy was 3, his parents could see his unusual passion would stay. He built churches and chapels from peaches and apples and temples from modeling clay. How cool! Have you ever used food to build something? I tried to get some apples and I tried to stack them, but it was hard. I had to very carefully balance these apples. How tall of a tower could you build using apples? Maybe mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. Somebody maybe will let you build an apple tower. Or if you have some marshmallows, you could also build a tower using marshmallows and toothpicks. See how tall you can build your tower. If you have some magnets, you can also build a tower. And of course, if you have some wooden blocks, you could also build something. So, let's get back to our story. At dinner one night, to his father's delight, Iggy got a bright gleam in his eye. Oh no! And out on the porch built the St. Louis Arch from pancakes and coconut pie. Oh my goodness! I have a question. When the author wrote, at dinner one night, to his father's delight, do you think that his father was happy or angry about what Iggy was doing? We can use context clues and the picture to answer that question. His father looks like he's sitting back and he's applauding. He's like, good job, good job. So when we read and we listen and we look for clues, we can easily be able to tell what a word might mean or how the characters are feeling in the book. So pay attention to all parts of the book. Dear Ig had it made until his 2nd grade, when his teacher was Miss Lila Greer. On the very first day, she had this to say: we do not talk of buildings in here, Gothic or Romanesque. I could care less about buildings, ancient or new. She said in her lecture about architecture that it had no place in grade 2. How do you think the children in her class were feeling? Was she very nice? I wonder why she's feeling this way about architecture and buildings. Could something have happened? Let's find out. And look at Iggy. What is Iggy doing? Is he following the rules? You can't stop Iggy from building his architect structures. That night seemed severe, but she was sincere For when she was no more than 7, she had a great fright at a dizzying height in a building so tall it scraped heaven. On an architect's tour of the 95th floor. Ooh, that's way up there. Young Lila got lost from her group. Young Lila? That's his teacher, Miss Lila Greer. I wonder if this could be the reason she does not like buildings. Look at this picture. She was found 2 days later in a stuck elevator, eating cheese with a French circus troupe. After that day, it's quite safe to say, she thought all building lovers were nuts. As a teacher, she thought that, above all, one ought to avoid them. No ifs, ands, or buts. As you might guess, it would cause Iggy stress to hear such terrible talk. But he didn't hear. He sat in the rear while building a castle of chalk. Whoa, that is so cool. He used a lot of chalk to build this tower. Iggy must have a lot of patience to make all of that chalk balance just perfectly. Uh-oh. How do you think his teacher is feeling about Iggy right now? Do you think that she's happy with him? No. She's like, Iggy! No, ma'am, Iggy said. He lowered his head and his heart sank down to the floor with no chance to build. His interest was killed. Now, 2nd grade was a bore. Have you ever been bored? How did it make you feel? What do you think Iggy's gonna do? After 12 long days that passed in a haze of reading, writing, and arithmetic, Miss Greer took the class to Blue River Pass for a hike and an old-fashioned picnic. Look at this. Do they look like they're having fun? Where's Iggy? There he is. Does Iggy look like he's having fun? What do you think Iggy wants to do instead? They crossed an old trestle to a small island nestled in the heart of a burbling stream. But they no sooner passed, the footbridge collapsed. Poof! And Miss Lila Greer started to scream, "Ah! We're trapped here, oh my! Alas, kids, goodbye!" Her eyeballs rolled back. In her head, she dropped to the ground with a vague groaning sound. Luckily fainted, not dead. This is a very good book. The class was amazed. They stood there quite dazed, uncertain of what they should do. What do you think they will do? What do you think will happen next? I think we are coming to the end of this story. Let's see. But one bright student But one bright young man was off hatching a plan, which started with Miss Lila Greer. Soon each lad and lass there at Blue River Pass was working together as one. So they were working together as a team, and that's important when you want to solve a problem, right? We need everybody to come together and help. So look at the pictures. See how they are all helping? Uh-oh, I wonder why they're taking off those shoes and shoelaces and gathering wood. I wonder what they're up to. I noticed too, look at this, they're drawing a plan. This is a good clue. I think I know. Do you know what they're going to do? Whoa, look at this. Oh, wow. And when she came to, Miss Lila Greer knew that something quite brave had been done. She looked in the air and saw hanging there a structure with cables and braces, and on the far side, beaming with pride, were 17 smiling faces. Boots, tree roots, strings, fruit roll-ups, and things, some of which couldn't be mentioned, were stretched ridge to ridge in a glorious bridge, dangling from shoestring suspension. Oh, that is cool. It all became clear to Miss Lila Greer as she crossed that bridge over the stream. There are worse things to do when you're in grade 2 than to spend your time building a dream. What do you think Iggy's dream is? Why do you say that? Did you hear some clues in the book? Or some details? Talk to your parents about those details, or your brother or your sister. Talk to your pets and tell them the clues that you heard in today's story that help you to know for sure that Iggy wants to be an architect. It's his dream. What's your dream? Do you have a dream? Do you want to be an architect? Do you like building things? Now every week at Blue River Creek Elementary in 2nd grade, all the school kids can hear along with Miss Greer how the world's greatest buildings were made. The weekly guest speaker in t-shirt and sneakers talks of buildings from Rome to Quebec. Of course, he's the guy who builds towers from pies. That brilliant young man, Iggy Peck. Such a good story. I hope you enjoyed this read aloud today. I want to leave you with a challenge. I want to challenge you to think of something to build. Maybe you want to try to build a suspension bridge. You can use toothpicks, you can use gumdrops, you can use all different types of recycled materials that you find in your recycling bin at home. Talk to your parents or take out some of your old toys and just start building. If you have any old shoelaces or you have any old things, straws, you can also use those things and mix them together to build a suspension bridge that can hold weight, okay? Or maybe design a boat that can float in the water and hold the most Lego people. That would be fun. All right, I hope you had a great time. I had a wonderful time reading this book with you. I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.